San 0, Pope's Heroics earned Tuna point. San 0-0. Eddie Howe denied Newcastle were lucky at the San Siro last night. Back of the mirror, Alvarez spares blushes for Pep's sloppy champs. That's some of the reaction to last night's football. But there's also a lot of stories.
Sloppy champs, 27 unbeaten at home in the Champions League.
That's what the mirror says. Sloppy.
Here's a start for you, boys.
Go on, Ali.
Go on.
Sam, here's one for you. You know how many shots on no, I beg your pardon. How many shots at goal Man City had?
Was it 27?
37.
Was it?
But I couldn't work out, but that's one about every 2.4 minutes or something like that. It's incredible.
Yeah, plus the extra time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. But that was last night. But there is a lot of pictures of a certain Mr. Harry Kane on the back pages today because, of course, his Bayern Munich team take on Manchester United. Harry would have waited for the summer and an Old Trafford switch, says Chris Wheeler in the Mail. He says Kane wanted United, United wanted Kane, but simply Spurs didn't want to sell in the summer, and therefore Man United went, of course, and signed Rasmus Højlund. How about this for a story in the back of the Times? Spurs fans will like this. The Tottenham Hotspur chairman, Daniel Levy, has revealed the club have a buyback clause for Harry Kane. He was speaking at a fans forum last night. He did not specify when the clause comes into effect or how much Spurs would have to pay to re-sign Kane, but Daniel Levy says there is a buyback clause in the contract.
You're not going to tell him when it is.
That's also a good point. He wouldn't lie about it, would he, to speaking at a fans forum, though, would he? But it makes sense, right? Harry Kane, he goes to BeIN for a couple of seasons, he wins some trophies, fans therefore can't say you've won nothing, Harry.
Well, if he loves it and stays 5 years.
Yeah, but surely he wants to come back to London and finish off business.
Why?
Because he hasn't finished a story at Spurs. He's got unfinished business at Spurs, no? Win a trophy. Win something.
Yeah, what if Tottenham go backwards at the moment under Ange? They're doing well. What if they don't win in the next 2-3 years? What would you do?
Well, then come back and then become the all-time Premier League goal scorer.
He might like, the Black Forest down there. He might like Munich. Okay? His family might enjoy it. So don't start surmising, Sam.
I'm not surmising. I'm just saying there are stranger things that can happen now. If he goes there, wins a couple of trophies, ticks the boxes, and then comes back home.
What do you mean trophies? He's going to win the Bundesliga a few times.
Exactly. So how many times do you need to win the Bundesliga before you go, right, great, I've won it. I want to come back to England.
Anyone who goes to Bayern's going to win the Bundesliga, isn't they?
Ali, where do you stand on that? Is the buyback clause a bad option in this contract?
Well, it's a good option for...
When, though? When?
Good option for Tottenham. Well, it's impossible to have impossible to have a time clause in it, isn't it? I mean, there's nobody going to accept that. I wouldn't have thought, unless you said to Bayern, we'll bring him back for 45 million in 3 years' time, whatever. That's not going to happen. But no, it's clever from Spurs. Of course it is. And we all know that Harry's clearly a Tottenham man. It's probably a good bit of business to have up your sleeve if you need it.
And what if Haaland leaves in 2 years and Harry wants to come back? Does he go to City, or does he go to United, or does he go to Spurs?
Oh, I like that. I like that from you, Al.
Well, you're not forward thinking enough for me.
My job here is to throw out situations to you, and you come back with an absolute brilliant one.
He's handled it well, though,
there we
hasn't
go.
he?
Harry Kane to Man City. talkSPORT exclusive from Mr. Al in Brazil. One real quick one for you in the Mirror this morning. John Cross says Brentford will demand at least £60 million for Ivan Toney in January.
I'd have bought him 3 months ago.
You had a what?
I'd have bought him 3 months ago.
He's only got 18 months left on his contract. Chelsea, Arsenal and Spurs all likely to be interested. As former centre forwards yourselves, are you big fans of Toney? Could you see him making that step up?
Listen, they're a good side, hard to beat, but they're not one of the top sides, so you'd imagine he'd get a few more goals, Ali, wouldn't you? If he played for a top side.
Here's one for you.
Yeah.
And it's a question. And Sam, you're doing tremendously well in throwing these things out for us to have a discussion about.
Thank you.
And I'm going to ask you the question yourself, involve you in this. Ivan Toney, do you think you might have got him a little bit at a cheaper price just as he got that ban?
I've just said that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you know what, Ali? Let me do the questions, okay?
Were you having your porridge or something? I've just said that, you numpty.
Ali, I'll ask the questions in these bad pages. You guys do the answers. That's Sports Pundit of the Year, by the way, as well.
Sam, have a look up there. 6:28. Beat it.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.